This video is based on real events. Names and certain identifying details have been changed to protect the privacy of individuals and families involved. The timeline and core events remain accurate. In Harbor City, California, the nights never truly rest. Even after midnight, music hums through the streets. Headlights pass slowly. Dreams sit heavy on the shoulders of those still chasing them. It's a city where success can arrive suddenly and disappear just as quietly. Jaylen Rivers was 27 years old when his voice went silent. At first, the news felt unreal, then confusing, then deeply unsettling, because what followed was not clarity. It was questions, unanswered details, and a growing sense that something didn't fully make sense. This is not a story built on rumors. This is a careful retelling of what is known, what was officially reviewed, and what remains unresolved. This is the story of Jaylen Rivers. Jaylen Rivers did not grow up in the spotlight. He was raised in Harbor City, in a modest neighborhood where opportunity felt distant and music felt close. As a teenager, Jaylen found refuge in writing. Lyrics became a place to put feelings he didn't know how to say out loud. He wrote about pressure, about fear of failure, about the quiet weight people carry when expectations grow faster than confidence. His music wasn't polished perfection, and that was the point. Fans didn't connect because he seemed untouchable. They connected because he sounded human. Jaylen never claimed to have all the answers. He only shared what he was going through, and that honesty made people listen. As Jaylen's audience grew, opportunity followed. Local performances turned into studio sessions. Online traction turned into professional attention. Eventually, Jaylen entered a business arrangement with a growing music label. At first, everything appeared positive. More exposure, more structure, more momentum. But with momentum came pressure. In interviews and online posts, Jaylen spoke openly about stress, about feeling stretched thin, about struggling to balance expectations with personal peace. These were not accusations. They were expressions. At the time, most people viewed them as normal growing pains. After all, many artists speak about pressure. Few imagine where it might lead. Months before his passing, Jaylen shared several videos online. In them, his tone was calm, but noticeably heavy. He spoke about fear, about uncertainty, about feeling unsafe in ways he struggled to fully explain. There was no shouting, no dramatic claims, just concern. At the time, the internet moved quickly past it. Content cycles change fast, attention shifts. But after Jaylen's death, those same videos resurfaced, and suddenly they felt different. Not dramatic, but troubling. On a quiet Tuesday in October, Jaylen Rivers remained at home. According to available reports, he had been feeling unwell earlier that day. Nothing suggested an emergency. Nothing appeared urgent at first. Instead of going to a hospital, care was provided at home. There were no flashing lights, no public disturbance. By nightfall, Jaylen Rivers became unresponsive. He was later pronounced dead. The following morning, Harbor City woke up to disbelief. Fans searched for confirmation. Friends struggled to process it. A young voice was suddenly gone. Jaylen was laid to rest the following day at Westfield Memorial Grounds. The decision was made quickly, based on family and cultural considerations. For some, this felt understandable. For others, it raised questions. Not accusations. Questions. Why so fast? Why before further medical clarity? As emotions grew, so did public interest. And interest soon became concern. As public discussion intensified, authorities approved a formal medical review. Weeks later, Jaylen's body was exhumed for examination. Medical experts later explained that time had made the process difficult. Due to the condition of the body, a precise cause of death could not be determined. No definitive medical conclusion was reached. Instead of answers, the review produced uncertainty, and uncertainty only deepened public concern. A later review raised concerns about the type of care Jaylen received prior to his passing. It suggested that proper medical procedures may not have been fully followed. However, it is important to be clear. These findings did not establish criminal intent. They did not assign guilt. They raised questions, not verdicts, and those questions were left open. Fans refused to let the story fade quietly. Vigils were held. Music streams surged. Online discussions turned into calls for transparency. The phrase "justice for Jaylen" spread widely. For many supporters, this wasn't about blame. It was about learning, about accountability, about making sure warning signs are never ignored. As discussions continued, online speculation mentioned individuals connected to Jaylen's professional life. Those individuals publicly denied any involvement. To date, no court ruling has determined that any person intentionally caused Jaylen Rivers' death. What remains is a story marked by silence, and questions that still do not have clear answers. Jaylen Rivers' story is not just about music. It is about pressure, about vulnerability, about how easily concern can be overlooked. His voice may be gone, but the questions remain. This was the story of Jaylen Rivers. Names and certain identifying details have been changed to protect the privacy of individuals and families involved. If you enjoyed this, like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more events like this.